2 seconds left. Here's Pearson. He got it. Touchdown. I don't believe it. He just threw the ball over the scoreboard.
Action, action. All right, welcome back to another edition of the Ultimate Hail Mary. I'm the original Hail Mary receiver, the original 88, Drew Pearson. Thank you for joining us for another edition. We've got a great show for you. I got some great guests lined up. You got to bring on my man,
That's right,
my co-host, none other than the great entertainment guru for the Ultimate Hail Mary, none other than the great Paul Salvin.
Hello, hello.
I love the hat, man. You always come in with a different look for us, man. See, that's Hollywood, man. You hang around all them actors and all that stuff all the time, actresses. Yeah, you got to come strong, and you always come to the show strong. We appreciate that. All right, welcome to the show. This is Jhubin, my Godafar. Close enough?
My God, I'm
My Godafar.
It's like Smith. It should roll off the tongue, you know.
But Jhubin is right?
Jhubin is right.
That is a cool name. I love it.
man.
And you're a private banker right here in Dallas, and you were nominated by Leukemia and Lymphoma Society for Visionary of the Year. All right? Now, we're going to let you tell us about that. Then also tell us your personal story, why you want to be involved with the leukemia and anything to do with cancer.
Absolutely.
And the event that you got coming up.
Well, thank you again for having me. I really appreciate
And well, this
it.
is great Paul Salvin.
Yes,
all right?
hello.
Thank you again for having me here and giving me your time and platform here. Yes, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society historically has had a campaign called Man of the Year and Woman of the Year, and the objective is to raise as much money as possible towards helping towards a fight against blood cancers. This year, to make it a little bit more inclusive, they've actually combined the Man of the Year and Woman of the Year piece, so now it's Visionary of the Year. And so one of my close friends actually nominated me through the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and so here we are. The last few years, historically, I've usually done some sort of cancer fundraiser, whether it was Real Men Wear Pink, where in October, wear pink every day to try to promote awareness. This year, this is a little bit more near and dear to me. So I'm actually a Hodgkin's lymphoma survivor myself, and so I was diagnosed when I was 22. For some people, it's changes your life in the sense that you financially deplete yourself, or you may just give up. And for me, it was, I would say, probably the best thing that ever happened to me because it completely changed the trajectory of my life. But not everybody is fortunate like that. So last year, went through a program called Leadership Dallas. And in going through that program, we learned a lot about the inequitable access to healthcare that a lot of people have. There are some people that are fortunate enough to have a job that will, pay for everything with their treatment and everything. I was fortunate enough to where my parents had insurance. But there's a buddy of mine who he lost his mom to cancer because they just couldn't afford to go get treatment. And so there are 3 pillars in which the Leukemia Lymphoma Society helps raise money. The pillar that I'm representing is helping to get access to healthcare and trying to raise money to make sure that those people who are less fortunate are able to not only get money towards treatment, but even like lodging, travel, those things that we don't really think about. So
tell us about the fundraising competition. Is that
yeah.
on the 5th
So it actually
of May?
It starts on February 22nd and goes all the way. It culminates
okay.
on
It
May
culminates.
5th. So
that's
on
the grand finale.
Yeah. So the big finale is going to be at Tower Club Dallas. That's
Nice.
on May 5th. I'm assuming there were going to be some sort of like margarita theme. It has to be.
Of
May
course,
5th.
hood.
But yeah, so over the last several weeks, we've been posting on social media. We've been trying to seek out sponsorships, trying to seek out people to use their networks to share this out. And every little bit helps. As much as $25 all the way up to $100. We've had a couple people give $500. It's been great. We've had a number of in-kind donations. Tower Club's donated a gift card for the silent auction. We're getting help from Broadway Dallas and a few others. We appreciate your assistance here with this. This has been just absolutely phenomenal. So it's a pretty big ordeal. We're trying to line up a relatively big sponsor, but we'll see where that goes.
Is this the first go of this, or it's an annual thing you've been just picking up on?
Annually, I do something.
Yeah.
I've never done anything of this magnitude.
Magnitude.
This is a lot bigger, and so You know, the goal is substantially more, whereas, you know, with Real Men Wear Pink, it was more like, all right, let's just get we get as much as we can. In this case, we are looking anywhere between, you know, 5 to 6 digits.
Oh, nice, nice.
But we want to have, we established 1 comma, so we're good there. We want to try to get some more.
Nice, nice. So how do they donate, or is there a way they can donate through online, the internet and stuff, even if they can't make the event, the grand finale?
Absolutely, absolutely. There is a way to donate. You can donate online. There's a link that I'll share. And my
And Faz, our great producer and director, he'll put that up.
Oh, fantastic.
For all to share.
Yeah. It'll be a link that you can donate to directly. If you would like to sponsor anything, you're welcome to. There are plenty of opportunities on there, but you know, this is really everyone we know. Everyone, I'm sure you guys all know someone who's been directly affected by cancer in some way, shape, or form.
Absolutely. So. Family members, my great coach, Tom Landry, leukemia, his daughter, leukemia. Yeah, it's a non-ending fight, you know.
Absolutely.
I've been involved in, you know, family members. Been involved name association or lending my name to Komen Foundation, anything to deal with cancer, because it's a fight. It's a fight that we all need to be concerned about and take on, because no one's immune to that, you know. It comes out of nowhere in a lot of cases, you know. And you know better than you. And look at you, all healthy and everything.
Thank you.
Man, God bless you. What's your daily routine like? Are you concerned, a reoccurrence, or are you good to go? Is a diet, special diet, exercise that you have to follow to make sure everything stays like it is?
You know, actually, that's a really good question. So, the first 5 years, I'd go back to the oncologist pretty regularly, and then after that, it was just kind of like a once every couple of years. Because after 5 years, you're considered cured, as opposed to remission. There is a high likelihood that it'll come back, probably when I'm in my 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
And I feel like that technology will be far advanced by then. You know, 80%. I believe that's a stat. You know, 80% of a lot of the drugs that are being used right now have come through research through the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and it's been a huge advancement. Like back in, you know, back 30, 40 years ago, the mortality rate of Hodgkin's lymphoma was, you know, like somewhere in the 80 to 90 percentile. Now it's gone down significantly, but you know, it has to have been caught.
Yeah.
You know, one great example of catching it on time and being able to come back is, you know, we were talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, Eric Berry.
Eric Berry.
You know, Eric Berry and I had the same Hodgkin's lymphoma, or you know, Marcus Cannon with the New England Patriots. You know, he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and you know, so you could be at the prime of your life, the peak of your life, but you know, these things can happen. But as for daily routine, things like that, you know, I try to eat healthier, and as I've been getting older, I've been focusing more on like just better dietary decisions. Started work. I historically, and I played football for like a couple of years in like middle school, and then after that, just never really bothered working out. And then over the last couple of years, started going to Orange Theory, and that's really helped out a lot. And in terms of like endurance, and you know, wasn't able to ever run a mile. Now I can actually run a couple miles without stopping. So,
So just 2 more questions. Number 1.
Absolutely.
Is it hereditary? Is it a family thing?
Hodgkin's lymphoma is not. There hasn't been anybody in my family who's had a history of cancer, at least in the immediate family. So no, it's Hodgkin's is one of those things that just happens. It just decides to show up. And I was actually on my way to. I was on a road trip, and you know, when you're in college, you know, you usually still go. When you go back home, that's when you see your doctor and things like that. And so. Passing through Dallas to stay overnight with my parents, and you know, happened to go get a physical. And my doctor, who's right here in Plano, she's the one who found it, Dr. Babian, and she immediately just looked at me and goes, "Yeah, you need to go to Pearson."
You need to get it. Yeah.
And they fortunate enough to catch it there, you know, but in some cases. You just think it's allergies or something like that. Like, you know, you have a little small cough or something like that. And especially at the time I was living in Austin, it's built on allergies.
Yeah, right, right. All right.
Well, it's amazing your outlook too, because, you know, a lot of people, you know, it's hard to, you said is the greatest thing. You know, a lot of people do not look at it like that and let it get to them. So is the attitude towards what happened, or your outlook, kind of what helped you to survive and keep going?
You know, I was in that place in my life where I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And so when I got sick, that just completely made me stop for a second. And there was one night where I really realized my mortality. We went to a Stars game, and chemo kills you from within, and so I had no immune system. And just going to a Stars game, I got really cold, started shivering, thought it was just a minor cold. Well, I ended up being hospitalized for 6 days because even flowers in the room could kill me.
Wow.
And so right now, this is a second chance. So I'm not going to sit here and say I've been a perfect being in the last 15, 16 years, but I've really tried to be as helpful as I can be in whether it's with community involvement, whether it's just trying to spread awareness, whether trying to be just a part of something. And especially now through my career, I've had a platform through the couple of different banks I've been with that they've really empowered me to go out there and be a part of the community, and that's really helpful.
All right. So it's all about research. That's the only way we're going to conquer this continued research of being persistent to find that cure.
It's important.
And advancement.
But one thing that's really important, and I think that over the last decade to 2 decades, we've started really putting mental health on the table and really talking about that. And generationally, we haven't talked about that. My parents, I'm a son of immigrants, and they have a different type of struggle. And so coming here, you're just like, oh, I'm sad, and it's like, oh well, do you have a house? Do you have a car? You're good. And so as a result, I think like a lot of times mental health has been kind of brushed under the rug, and your mental health is equally as important as your physical health. And really having a certain mindset is what will help you towards overcoming cancer. And I was fortunate enough to have a really good support system around me, a bunch of really close friends, my family. So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
right.
And it's amazing that you've been able to do everything that you do, and also use it as something to help others.
Help others through your
Appreciate that. Thank you.
through your campaign. Well, good luck with your campaign. Give us those
Yes.
numbers again. .com. What is it? How do we get to
It's a long link, so I'll send it. It's
say it again?
It's
As long as your name.
give or take. My last name's 12 letters. In case you're wondering. It's, just rolls right off the tongue. But I'll definitely send the link out.
Yes.
And would love any support that we can get.
Yeah.
Right on. Jhubin, appreciate the time, man,
Appreciate
and
your
God
time,
bless
sir.
you, and keep your upward health spiral going.
That's right.
And
Toward
one
the
last
sky.
thing,
Yes, sir.
you were gracious enough to donate a couple of auction items, and one thing with the Exchange Club of East Dallas, we are actually hosting Joe Buck and honoring Joe Buck for that event, and we would absolutely love it if you would join us.
Yeah, well, send me some info, man.
Absolutely, a complimentary seat at the table.
The Joe Buck?
The Joe Buck?
Not that old Joe. No, this is the Joe Buck.
The Joe Buck.
All right, it'd be cool to meet him.
The guy that I would love to do my voicemail.
Yeah, right on, right on. Anyway, hey, thank you. Thanks for taking the time, Jhubin, to be with us. And
Thank you.
hey, we'll be back to wrap up the show right after this. What a great show we got. Thank you. We'll be right back. Hut, hut.
You'll remember this day forever. You'll remember where you were. This day has never been closer. Today, thanks to your help, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is saving lives. LLS-funded research has led to nearly every blood cancer treatment available and is now helping patients with other kinds of cancer. At LLS, beating cancer is in our blood. Join us at lls.org.
All right, welcome back to the show. What a great show, man. And
Great
Jhubin taking the time and sharing his thoughts and the things he's been going through in his life and dealing with leukemia, and why he's so involved in this campaign to raise funds to help others in need. Research is fine, but there's also people that have issues that they need to dealing with all forms of cancer, issues that come up on a daily basis that they have to deal with, and sometimes they need help to do that. And so we got to, if we can, we got to help, right,
That's
Paul?
right. Yeah, and it's great when we have great living examples in front of us, because we both lost family members to cancer, and it's incredibly sad. And when you see someone have a great attitude and turn it around and do things to help other people, love that.
It's all about inspiration, right?
That's right.
Inspiration, motivation. Keep it going. Keep it going. Anyway, what a great show we had today. Thank you all for tuning in. And Paul, anything to say before we wrap?
I'm still in the room, Drew.
Yeah, you and me both. Faz, great job, man,
Yeah.
putting it together. I appreciate you. Phazzanation, that's our production company and makes it all happen. Malcolm, thank you, bringing all our guests and being our executive producer. And Stitch, Static, you're the man. You make me look 20 years younger. That's what the girls tell me when I'm on. Hood, hood. It's all up to you, man. Appreciate it. I want to thank our special guests as well. Next week, we're going to try it again.
Oh yes, and we got some very special guests coming up with us, which we'll tell you about next week. But oh my goodness, wait till you see what we got for you.
Yeah, right here, only at the Ultimate Helmet. We'll
right.
see you next week. Hood, hood. I said hood, hood.
Hut, hut.
I said hood, hood.
Love it.